Welcome back to the Mortgage Marketing Update. I'm Brian DeMarie. I'm a loan originator with Union Home Mortgage and the DeMarie lending team. So as you know, this is a historical seller's market right now. Multiple offers are everywhere. I spoke to a realtor the other day. He said that he submitted an offer to somebody and that they had 33 other written offers. That's the highest number I've heard so far. 33 is a lot of offers. If you're a listing agent, you have to do net seller sheets on all of those. Anyway, I digress. So we don't want your borrower to get lost in this little circle of death, which is basically like, you know, they wanted to get a certain house. They didn't get it. They were, somebody else got the offer, and now they don't want to move forward with their pre-approval at this point because that one house that they fell in love with has already gone, and they know that they're not going to get that house. But I still don't have their documentation either, so I don't have a real bona fide pre-approval for them to jump on the next house that they see. So we want them to be positioned where they are 100% going to be able to make an offer on the next house, because we know days on the market sometimes are 0 when the house goes under contract, or it could just be 1 day when it goes under contract. All of a sudden, everybody rushes to the house, make offers without even seeing the house, and we want your buyer to be positioned correctly. For us to be able to do that, we do need them to complete their application with us and not only just have a conversation, because let's face it, if we just have a conversation, I can only give them so much information. But if I can see their paychecks, W-2s, things like that, I can then finalize their pre-approval. And now you have your document where you can go make a strong offer to that seller. But if your buyer is complacent and doesn't want to complete the process, we basically get left in limbo. Then they see another house, and on Monday it goes listed, and then they come to us, and then maybe I need till Tuesday because they can't get me the documentation until Tuesday. Maybe they can't get it until Wednesday because of their HR department. Lots of different rings they have to jump through sometimes to get their docs. And now that second house is now gone as well. And they say, maybe I don't even have to worry about it because another one is coming. But we want to make sure that they are positioned correctly so they can make that offer the second that house comes available. Remember, I have this bid over asking tool that you've got to use if you're in a multiple offer situation. What it does is it calculates the projected appreciation for that zip code or that neighborhood. And then it lets them know that if they go above asking price, how many months are going to need to elapse before they are made whole again through the appreciation and any amortization that could happen within that period of time. It's good, important information that your buyer is going to want to have just so they know how long it'll take for them to be made whole again. You know the app Clubhouse, it's only on the iPhone, but it's that, audio radio show type of an app where everybody comes together as a collaborative group and then they can all talk at the same time if they want. So they've got something called the Creator First Accelerator Program. They are giving away free stuff like iPhones and AirPods and anything that they can do to get good content on their site. It looks like they're kind of scrambling right now because, Instagram is coming for them. Facebook's coming for them. Twitter's got their own version of this already, and it's going to be super easy for them to put together a competitive product. But Clubhouse was first in the space, which means a lot in the tech world. And so if you apply and get accepted, they will give you a bunch of free stuff. If you have good enough ideas, they will help you monetize, as creators can now monetize on that site as well. Looks like the platform is going to be growing. If you think you've got a good idea, things to talk about with real estate, I want to talk about mortgages. I'm not the biggest fan of Clubhouse at the end of the day. I think a lot of the topics are kind of boring and some people just sort of ramble off out into the middle of nowhere. And as somebody who talks at a camera once a day, I know a little bit about that. But I applied anyway just to see what happens. And if you can get them to back one of your shows, I'm sure it'll do really well. As usual, if you know somebody that needs to use a mortgage to buy a house, Lily and I are your #1 resource in that mortgage world. To get that lead over to us, all you have to do is text that over to us. You could 3-way text, introduce us to the buyer. That way, we will call them, follow up with you, let you know what their status is. All of these videos are backed up on YouTube. Feel free to just type in my name and find a lot of backed up classes there. Check us out on Instagram. Talk to you soon.